Welcome to the episode of Ground Floor, where we can agree to disagree and still be family. It's an interview show. That's nothing. I own the music copyright to the theme song "What Up, Doe" of my second album, JLE World. I'm your host of all the titles, JLE. My big homie Jerome, Shield Ministry on YouTube. Check him out. Sometimes too many shows, man.
Oh man, what's up, good people? I hope everybody's well tonight. We should have another good classic one. If you chimed in, hit us with your comments, questions, whatnot. Let's go.
Oh yeah, and if you go to my @MiddleGround JLE, it's gonna change your life. Drop some new music I'm working on for the third album. Brace yourself. So I'm telling you, might retire. Brace yourself. So came up with this funny title because Cat Williams started the world off in January about all lies will be exposed. And sometimes you gotta tell Diddy no. Like, why do you throw that man name out there? And they've been saying stuff for years that Diddy trying to be the new Big Red from the Five Heartbeats, but nobody gonna touch him. But he got touched. Started with the Cassie civil lawsuit and the other dude with Little Rod lawsuit. And I guess the Fed decided to take a look at those things and like, ooh-wee. It's like they coming for Pandora's box because a lot of people been retiring from their posts, even some New York officials, because the Diddy freak-out parties have been known to be legendary, but a lot of people been at this stuff in all industries. So we don't know how far this rabbit hole really gonna go. But it made me think from a different perspective. I call this show "Will You Fly Me Out? No, I'm Not Diddy." Because in him flying out females to participate, they threw that under a RICO charge saying it's sex trafficking. So I'm like, well, what about these rappers and sugar daddies that like to ball out? How they gonna continue to make the big moves? Because I mean, we saw the Me Too movement. A lot of that was some bad going on, and people got caught up. That was deservedly so. What if females say, "Oh, boy flew me out, and I ain't want to do nothing, so he kicked me out"? Could they find a way to sue for that? I know dudes made videos. Oh, she ain't gonna do nothing. We already discussed this. I'm taking her back to the airport. I don't know. Lucy got some explaining to do. Shout out to our Love Lucy show back in the day. Because that made me think like, a lot of dudes were filming, trying like, man, we already talked about this, blah, blah. You get here, you want to act brand new, man, take your boy back where you came from. The intent was to have consensual sex. Would that fall under sex trafficking, or they just being too broad with their case? Your thoughts, Bill Homie?
Man, that's a lot to unpack when you really look at it on a grand scale. From my standpoint, I don't think it's going to necessarily stop the young ladies from being in a position to be flew out to whatever cities or destinations that's out there, because that's something that's always been there and everything. But what I think will happen is people will be more cautious in how they maneuver. When it comes to celebs in particular, they do what they call an NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement. So
right.
What they're going to do is going to get more of those young ladies to sign that. Hey, what we doing here is consensual. What happens here is consensual. Blah, 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 blah. So once that young lady signs her life away, if you will, it's kind of one of those things where what happens here stays here type of thing. So I would say that, when it comes to that world, I think you'll see more of the NDAs, more so than anything, because that part of the world, I don't see, they got the song, "It Ain't Tricking If You Got It," all of that type of stuff. But the funny thing is that's a backwards thing.
It's tricky.
The only way you can trick is if you have it. So that's just the reality. Like a regular working person, he can't trick off his mortgage because he won't have a house in a couple of months. You know? So when you are in that position, you are the only one who can trick off that way because you have it. You know, it's kind of like that saying we hear all the time, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Last time I checked, you give me a whole cake, I can eat that cake. What I can't do is I can't eat a cake and have it too. I can't eat a cake and have it too. The cake is gone. So we do a lot of sayings that's out there. It's just like somebody saying, well, Jerome, he made a whole 360. Like, you blooming idiot. If I do a 360, I'm right back in the same spot I was in. You should be saying I did a 180, a turnaround from where I was at. Not a complete turnaround. A complete turnaround, I'm back in the same spot. So I don't think it's going anywhere, man. I think you'll just see more of the celebs, and there's some celebs already out there doing it. There's going to be more celebs doing the NDAs.
Now, I've seen some stories where the females were still talking and they signed one. So I wonder what all gotta be parameters where you ain't supposed to say nothing. Or they gonna sue you to hell or something. Like, you supposed to sign NDA, you're supposed to be G classified. What do you mean she's still talking? Like, and for a minute that was like a thing. Like, wait a minute, they signed NDA, how they up here just running their mouth about whatever? That's supposed to stop them from doing that. And judge was letting it go, like, so this thing ain't worth the water it's printed on now? What the hell? That's supposed to be that, all right, I like to dress up like Little Bo Peep, and you ain't gonna tell nobody. But she like, okay. Get on her live like, your favorite actor, JL? Yeah, that dude, he loved bad. I'm just saying. What the hell that talking? What you doing?
So
what you talking about?
He's saying.
Catch my hints. Little Bo Peep, catch me, go look up the nursery rhymes. That's all I'm saying. Like, oh, snap. This cat to that? What the hell? Then you try to sue her like, did I say you dressed like Little Bo Peep? Read the wording. No, I didn't say that in my life. I talk about nursery rhymes. Like, that's some slick stuff. But come on, man. You kind of just said, hey, if you go check out the nursery rhyme, your boy like to get down like that. Not saying this is what I do. Just giving us up. I ain't too crazy. I'm kind of simple. Handcuffs, blindfold, but I know dressing like Little Bo Peep and all that. That's too much. I don't understand the purpose of all that.
Well, I think I won't say that the NDAs probably has changed from the actual meaning, non-disclosure agreement. What I think is, when you talking a celeb versus a content creator versus OnlyFans person, the money they're making compared to that athlete, that entertainer, probably is a night and day situation. So they probably look at it like, okay, what you gonna sue me? 100,000, 50,000? You know, it's not the millions that you have out there. So I guess at some point, you know, people just look at it like, okay, go ahead and find me, do what you have to do, but I'm gonna speak my mind.
And I know that he lost the last appeal to try to post bail for like $50 billion. And they're like, nope. Probably look at him as a flight risk because I don't know what he's worth now, but I know if you checked before, he was like $500 million or something.
Yeah.
And now they got him on suicide watch just to be protective of him. Now, this is just me. You was Billy Badass. You was doing all this stuff, holding stuff over people, having all. I got the juice. I got the power. Don't punk out now. Don't be a bitch now. Keep that same energy when you was holding shit over people's head to do what you want them to do. Take it like a man.
Hey, I think they doing it by default, if you will, protocol, based off of everything that's thrown at them. You know how like sometimes people can say they good, Like that'd be like, somebody telling you like, hey man, I'm good. And you go by their house. It's wintertime and they putting socks on their hand instead of gloves. And you looking like, hey man, you good? Yeah, man, I'm good. It's like, so what I'm wondering is, was he actually saying I'm good, but doing other things that made them have to put him on suicide watch? Maybe pacing, maybe hitting his head on the bars. He had to be.
Yeah, he had to do something to make them.
Showing some form or type of behavior for them to say, "Hey, we got to put him on suicide watch." So, I'm far from a licensed clinician when it comes to those things, but I know a little something about a little something. And one thing I know is, if you showing or exuding those types of behavior, they will, alert those COs. Hey, make sure y'all put this down. Notate the activities, and once they say it to that, psychologist on hand, that's when they'll say, "Hey, we got to put that person on suicide watch."
And the last time we had a big case was Jeff Epstein.
Yep.
And he somehow wound up hanging himself.
Yeah.
Someone speculate he had help. Some say he just did it. He couldn't take the weight what was about to happen. But just I guess maybe call it the asshole in me. You about in these streets doing all this dirt, knowing what you're doing ain't cool. Don't punk out now, dog.
Mm-hmm.
You've been to those chances to go to jail. What you doing ain't cool. You're a predator. Even though from stuff they were reporting, his sons are predators. Like following what you do. So now I don't tell him you get it. Don't tell him you got a conscience now. Like, I mean, God probably trying to tell you all the time, hey dog, slow down, man. Slow down, bro. Okay. You're gonna slow down at some point, you're gonna have to listen to him. Don't say, oh my God, I can't believe I got nah, dog, don't give me that.
Mm-hmm.
And you playing tapes to make people do something they didn't want to do. You knew that wasn't cool. Allegedly. So don't be that little bitch now. Be that grown ass wannabe thug that you thought you was. Man, you see, I'm let the world know about you. You better come on with your boy. You better party with me. Keep that same energy. But everybody that was a part of it, hell, out all these people. Because stuff they're reporting like this, you really was a whole Jaguar White been saying for years that you was a real scumbag. Everybody called it crazy. And now the same stuff she said, court document like, yeah, this is what he was doing. Out of all these people. But people I admire, respect. Hey, you was doing the dirt.
But what's crazy? What's crazy is I always tell everybody that if you're not built for those 4x7s, 4x7 sales, or 4x8 in some cases, if you're not built for that, man, the best thing for you to do is to be out here with your freedom and walking right and doing everything the best way you can. Because when you get to that level of power, that level of, income, you can really be a better person or a worse person. And we can honestly say, over time, that Buddy got worse and worse and worse and worse. And this is why you have to have a real circle of confidants in your circle. If you got yes men in your circle, no matter how much money, let's just say next year this time, JLE is worth $250 million.
Claim that.
You know what I'm saying? If you worth 250, your circles will change because of the rooms that you're going into, the things that you got to do, and how you operate has to change. But you got to always protect your brand, and you got to always be the same man of integrity. Because if you let that money get to your head, that power get to your head, you can become a new you that you never even seen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to you is I don't know Buddy enough to know nothing about Puffy at all. But one thing I can tell you from personal experience, a couple of years ago, you remember they used to do this show called the MTV Sweet 16 parties?
Mm-hmm.
So my man, Al B. Shore's son had a birthday party there.
Okay.
And so at this club called 112. Now we going to the spot to have the VIP for the nightlife. We supposed to be getting there at 9 o'clock, so they give us the wristbands, everything. Matter of fact, it was the same spot I was supposed to have that time with me, you, and Tone for the birthday thing.
Okay.
We get up there, I see all these fancy cars. I'm like, man, what's going on? They got the Sweet 16 party there, but they had it during the day. So those kids was probably there from, let's just say, 3 to 9. Mm-hmm. So when we get there, you see a Marion, Bow Wow performing their song. You see Chris Brown, a lot of people standing up. All of a sudden, I'm outside, but I'm standing in between a barricade, so nobody can get past where I'm at. All of a sudden, I hear the horn blow, like, So I'm looking like, man, I'm about to cuss the person out because where am I supposed to go? It's a barricade. You can't get to where I'm at. Guess who gets out the dang Range Rover? Your boy Puffy. He gets out the Range Rover. I'm looking like, oh, I was like, man, because I was almost at 100 at that point. I was waiting on my man to say something crazy. But when he got out, he just said, what's up, y'all? He's speaking to the people in line because I got out of line. He's speaking to the people in line. When I seen that day, I was like, man, Buddy done changed. I seen that day where I could just tell nobody was even caring about who he was. Not one of the females that was in line was looking over there. And my man just had to say something. And that's when I was like, yeah, Buddy just like to be the center of attention. You know, because nothing called for him to blow the horn. Nothing calls for any of that. So when I seen that, that was probably 2010. And you figure 14 years later, and Buddy, a lot can happen in 14 years. Especially if you're making more money. And so it just seems like his circles probably started changing. He was still throwing those wild parties. Those wild parties are only going to grow tentacles and it's going to become worse. I mean, look at what he did to the young lady Cassie.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
Some people been saying he's been doing stuff like that, but we got this sickness in this world. I need to see the video. I don't need to see no one beating the hell out of nobody to believe it's a possibility they do it.
Yep.
There's some conversation, some people, like I know they saying like, well, Jay-Z might be next. He's friends with him and R. Kelly and everybody. Like, I mean, hopefully he kept his nose clean. But in the event if he didn't, and he's next, you knew what you was doing. Well, you know, people just hating us, but I don't know these people. They ain't my friends. I mean, they're talented individuals. They share their music with the world, but you still a human being with issues. So I ain't gonna say no one's above reproach to be on some wild shit. R. Kelly was my favorite artist, but he was on some wild shit, and people knew. I think he was touched because the women was throwing the pie at this man, but you want the youngins.
But you know, and since you brought up Kels, it's crazy, but the one who was victimized became the victimizer. If you look at his story. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So now he got up, he had to go in them rooms and do something he might not want it, and now he just repeating same behavior.
Yeah.
1,000.
Like you said, he very well could have went down there allegedly or whatever. He could have went down that same path of, man, I want my own label. I want this. I want that. Well, in order to get this, you got to go to this party. You got to go to this party over here. Well, just a party, I could do that. No, this is not just any party. This party is a little bit more than what you probably used to. No cell phones, no nothing, huh? You know, so it's amazing that you even talking about this topic. Have you even looked at all of the CEOs, presidents that's stepping down?
Dude, I was just watching something. I know Anton Daniels. He from here. He make a lot of great content. He was playing the news clipping where Puffy got the key to the city, and
Wow.
they're going after a lot of those political people in New York because it's like Hugh Hefner had the Playboy Mansion. Everybody went. Well, hell, Puffy parties before it turned to a freak off party after a certain hour, everybody was gone. All industries. That's why this is they're trying to downplay it, but when you stop and look at the magnitude, everybody was messing with Bad Boy. Ain't no telling how far Pandora's box reaches out to who. And if you stayed when it got to doing a little something strange that you down to do, and now you find out all the while he was taping, I'm pretty sure a lot of people grabbed the crown like, what the? He was taping all this time? Wow. Damn. Now the Usher song start playing. You want to do Confessions Part 3, brother? You want to unpack that with your wifey? Or you thinking, well, maybe they can't see my face. Maybe they don't really know it's me. But if they really need to do this and you really want to clean this shit up, out every fucking body. Don't care who they are. If you was there doing something strange, you might not have known some of the willing participants were coerced to be there, but you was there. Out everybody. Reset the landscape for all the industries where someone has the talent to get in. They ain't got to go do nothing strange to get in. Base them on their talent. Destroy the old status quo. Burn that bitch to the ground. If you got to do lamb and sacrifice, okay, burn it all down.
You got to realize, man, you got to realize at some point in your life that the young kids call it standing on business. At some point in your life, man, you got to stand on business when it comes to certain things. We come from Detroit, man, and it's certain situations just being in the D where you can say, man, I ain't gonna get involved. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's domestic violence, whatever the case may be, you have to make a real decision. Like, do I get involved in this or do I turn the eye and go the other way? I just feel like right now in the industry, it's too many people who are silent that I know has been in his circle over the last 10 years. They're very silent. And what I tell everybody is your silence speak volumes. It's kind of like if somebody go back to 96 to 06 and say, yeah, that's Jeff Homeboy right there. And Jeff gets silent for weeks and weeks. Something ain't right, man. you supposed to come out with something, man. You're supposed to come out and say something along the way. Hey, man, these parties, it wasn't like what y'all think they are. This, and this. It's a lot of people silent.
And the problem is when Cat Williams started speaking years ago, when he was doing certain movies, and they had the black light, and they got the little picture over there, the movie, and he just veer left in conversational stuff he encountered. They just cast him as crazy. He don't know nothing about what's going on, but he was popping after he did Friday After Next in the third one. So he was in rooms to do movies or whatever with whoever. And they just cast him as, he crazy, he do drugs, blah, blah. Don't listen to nothing that man say. And a lot of people just, he's conspiracy nut, whatever. So when he did Club Shay Shay, and to the day, 74 million views, that shocked the world. Like, these many people rock with this dude? He said the same stuff he said before. Ain't nothing changed. It just, now we got into a time where you're going to listen to what he was saying. Mm-hmm. And he set the year up for all lives will be exposed. It's like a sea wave of these gatekeepers they was talking about for a minute in certain industry. Where I saw a rapper years ago on YouTube do an interview where he told someone he's a famous person. Now I ain't gonna tell you who it is, but when I got to the door, they said if you go in here, you down for whatever we doing, and you're gonna be famous. I ain't with it. Told old boy by verbatim what's going down. Man, I'm trying to come up. Kept it moving. I'm like, I can believe it's a room where they might say, hey, you coming up in here, you know what it is. If you ain't down for that, okay, you keep working hard. You eventually climb the corporate ladder, But you get down, we're gonna put you on tomorrow. Now that started to make you think about a lot of stuff just in general, like how many people got down to get down? Because a lot of people's success, not saying they ain't putting no work in, but kind of skyrocketed.
Mm-hmm.
And all these people that anytime you looked in photos, when we had the magazines look at instead of looking on social media, everybody was out with Puffy, P. Diddy, whatever he changed his name to. Yeah, a lot of people down with some love. Now it's like you can hear an echo. Oh, now y'all on some Peter stuff. You gonna deny the man 3 times? You don't know him? Man, hold on, bro. Ain't this you? Hugged up with him, laughing at the last party? Nah, that ain't me, dog. Man, hold on, man. It's 24. We got real technology. That's you hugged up with old boy laughing at you. Man, I don't know that dude.
Hey.
Okay, calm down. Don't get so alarmed. I told you I ain't know. I'm like, And the funny thing about, I don't know whatever happened with R. Kelly case, whatever, but all 3 of them were cool. All 3 of them. There's pictures where you see all 3 of them cool. The first kills fell. And just like everybody did the same thing, like everybody in mind knew he's messing around Aaliyah. And for some stupid reason, I was an old fuddy-duddy when we was coming up in high school in the 90s. But if your ass 25 and she 15 or 17, you a fucking pedophile. Mm-hmm. If she ain't 18, that shit nasty. And whoever parents letting it go on, he be slapped. Because that dude is too damn, I don't care if you work at the plant. She ain't 18. Why this grown-ass man taking your daughter who's in high school out? You know why he there. She can't provide for that man except give the man some yams. Jeff, you too old-fashioned. Okay. Now we talk about it differently now.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I can't believe he was 28 and she was 15. Man, shut the hell up. This dude pulled up with a Cadillac with all the trimmings. How the hell did he get that? Well, he had the plan, he's selling drugs, and y'all had no problem letting him take your underage daughter out. What else you gonna do with that dude besides get some head and have sex? She ain't got nothing to offer that man.
The thing is
now and be shocked.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. The thing is, man, just to see the times that we're in where things was being said in the 90s and people overlooked it.
Mm-hmm.
Overlooked in the underage dating and all of those different things. You fast forward, the way social media has taken off, you have access to everything you need just getting on this phone and researching things and things of that nature. Used to be a time you had to go to the library to go look at the encyclopedias. Now you got Wikipedia.
Or go to the library website and still pull it up.
So it's kind of one of those things where we got the knowledge, the things that we can educate ourselves right at our hand and fingertips. And so when it comes to the underage dating, the things people out here doing, thinking they good because it's a different elite status and a different class and certain people can get in, phones is taken and all of this stuff. The crazy thing is, it was like y'all show last night, you and Marte. the times we're in right now, you almost have to live your life realizing there's a camera out there. When I walk to the buyers, Walmart, Best Buy, there's cameras inside and outside. So if we operate more like we was in front of those cameras, I think people would do things a little bit more differently. But as you can see, people get a little bit of money, they get a little bit of power, a little bit of anger, a little bit of frustration, and people tend to forget there's a camera out there. And technology is so advanced now, you can put you a floodlight on your garage, side of your house, and you can see exactly what's going on, whether you're there or not. Got a doorbell, you can see exactly what's going on or not. So it's kind of like everything in this time and day that we have, you have to operate like there's a camera watching you. And so my thing is, get you a real circle, because if you out here grinding and you're an entrepreneur like yourself with our thing, this thing can take off overnight. And you might be in the room with some of these secret folks who got a lot of wild past and things that they don't want to get out. You got to keep your integrity no matter what room you go into. Like, hey, no, I'm good on that. Because it might be some sponsors that'll come at you that you just don't want no parts of, throwing all kind of money. Hey man, we'll pay you XYZ if you promote this. No, I'm good on that, man. That ain't something I'm trying to promote.
So no, on my journey, I don't want to be transparent 24 hours a day. Hell no, I'm private. Now your business. I want to be in the CIA. But I'm starting to notice, I guess God knows more than me. Like your life can be a living example on what you're doing. Nothing's off limit on whatever you've been through. I'm like, dog, time. Nothing I've been through, bro. Yeah, suicide, marriage issue, yeah, all of it. Like, man, my name ain't Jesus, bro. It's Jeffrey Edwards. It ain't that guy. I ain't trying to be him. Nah, you ain't him, but trust me. Okay. Again, you made it. You know more than me. Because I don't want you in my business at all. Leave me hell alone. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Mind your business. Grown folks. But that ain't the case. Like I posted recently, my homeboy mom, who's my third mom, Dr. Lisa H. Fuller. I was on the panel discussing suicide. And these people, Dr. McDonald, he was a state representative in Michigan, a lot of powerful heavy hitters. I'm sitting like, I remember when I first did her gospel show, she like, I'm just starting you off on what you're gonna be doing. I'm like, man, don't listen. Like, I get it. You don't see what God's showing me. Like, you gonna be doing things, Jay. I'm on the panel. Like, my opinion matter. Damn, this gotta be something to be magnified on a bigger scale when you got that Scrooge without money to go behind your name. I can get the drug of it to like, man, well, I can do whatever I want. But don't mean that you need to. Sometimes you gotta have some humility, like, yeah, just because I can't do it, don't mean I should do it. And now if you just need to sow your wild oats, everybody need to be grown and consenting. That's like for dummies, but I guess that's just ain't common no more with some people. You want to be wild and free like the days of Woodstock? Everybody grown and consenting. Hey, make them sign paperwork. I'm grown and consenting too. We about to have a good time, not for a long time, as Jerome like to say. But I'm down for what we about to get into. And do your thing. Not know, well, I'm so-and-so. And yeah, you better do what I say. Because what if this went totally left and some of these people that he been doing that to allegedly Well, one of them ran up on like Ed and Nino in New Jack City. And we talking past tense about him. And you find out because the person going to jail for like, well, he was doing A, B, C, D, E to this person. Like, what? Him? He didn't come off like that. But in this scenario, everybody like, oh, he been throwing his weight around like he on the joint. No, everybody know Puffy got a little gangster in him. And you would hear all these old interviews they pulled back from. You heard this stuff like, I sound like you Big Red. Then you watch 500 P's. Big Red was a scumbag. Just Puff being Puff. Like, you just said this dude was trying to be gangster. Then you're going to say, oh, that's just Puff. So you're excusing the behavior now. Okay. And we don't know. And Rico charged, we don't know how far back they're going to go. They go back. When did he truly take power? Well, after Biggie and Pac died. Then he became an artist. And we learned later that Mace was writing a lot of the stuff to hold Bad Boy afloat. Which when he was throwing videos out, they tried to call him crazy acting. He had a reason to be beefing because he was the dude behind the scenes keeping the thing up. Writing all the hits.
Right.
It is what it is. They got a great show. And won't get paid for it. So all that stuff is relative. So what got you to who you are now?
Think about that. I sent you an interview that he did a while back. And he was breaking down what he does at the beginning of these parties. With the drinks, turning the heat on, making it hotter for people and things like that. And I'm looking at that like, whoa, he said this in public? Like this, that's like a night show that you on, and you saying that, telling everybody exactly how you get these young. Then he said he locks the doors on that interview. I was sitting there like,
legal terms, man.
Yeah, I was sitting there like
drugging everybody to maybe get more loose, comfortable.
Yeah,
I take consent.
Cause they say that they call it Special K. It's a certain drug that they got out there that they use actually for the horses, like a tranquilizer. And they were saying that is what they're finding out they've used at some of these events.
Has spoken on that a lot.
So, you get like what they call a date rape type drug, man. You talking some serious counts. And the way, like I said, that Me Too movement and other movements out there right now that's going on, and rightfully so. You don't need to do anything out here.
That's right. What up, Big Doug? Tootsie. Yeah, that's what Jaguar called it, Tootsie.
Yeah. Doug over here chilling. Hey, but you cannot be out here doing things against people's will, man. Male or female. Is one of those things where once that young lady or the young man tell you no, you got to keep it moving. You got to keep it moving, bro. What did man like? Something about to come up with it. Looking at. Let's see what the hell he talking about. Put this up, man. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah. If it's not consensual value and authority, it can be a crime. To lubricate, that's why I lubricate. Yeah, that can be a crime, brother or sister. Not really trying to be funny, but yeah, that could be
a crime. Hey, all we saying to you, that's Big Bob will say, keep on. Y'all gonna find out.
Wrong and consensual.
Y'all go out here against people's will you want to, and you will find out.
And then that one video you sent me where him and Tyson was on the couch. And he kept trying to grab his hand. He kept moving away. We had to switch up his seating position. Like, dang.
Hey.
Like stuff you probably saw it before you never paid attention to.
Hey, Ty, if you notice, Tyson was like, what did he say? He said it really is true when he say take that. And then Tyson turned to the side like he was about to clock him. And hey, Tyson wasn't playing no games on that interview right there, man.
Yeah, he do get and baseball ain't one of them, man. That's a nice one.
Hey, Bailey and what? Hey, man, you hell on wheels, man. That's all I can tell you. You coming with some good ones.
I'm still shocked by 1,000 things. It's like, what the hell? You got stock in the company? What's really going on?
Hey, he bringing up a good point, man. Come on now, Jeff. 1,000 bottles of baby oil, man.
I didn't know what it was for to someone I was watching YouTube like, oh, I got it now. And I'm a little slow at times. I start connecting the dots like, got it.
Hey, but you need 1,000 though, Jeff?
Well, they were saying something freak offs will last for days.
Hey.
I'm like, don't you gotta hydrate a little bit, take a time out? I mean, I wasn't a superstar, but I had one day where I felt like I was Ric Flair the champ, and it was 3 hours, but it was drinks some Gatorade, take a break. Come with your fine self, girl. But it wasn't no just 3 hours straight. It was some breaks in there. Hydration, take scratch. What's that doing?
Hey, I don't know nothing about no 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I thought one do justice. Because the bottles ain't like the little bitty bottles.
No, it wasn't no little hand sanitizer.
Yeah, the traveling size. You ain't had that one.
Now I saw something that was posted, and it's allegedly. They're trying to say that Marlon was at the party along with what he said on Club Shay Shay. I'm like, he said he can stay for whatever. Take person. Hopefully there's no video of you. They just take people at their word.
Did you see the I think it was Kevin Hart? He was almost like the host, so he had the mic.
With a girl hair caught on fire?
No, I ain't see that part.
Yeah, she was in the tub, hair caught on fire.
The part that I seen, he was at a event that Puffy was hosting.
Yeah, him Puffy had a mic, and I think
Usher came in. See, did you see the one with
Usher? But was it Fabulous Trey Songz who was the third person with a mic?
Yeah, he because the one I'm talking about, Usher came in, and it was like he had just walked in, and then Puffy started talking about when he first was coming up, and he was like, "Yeah, we used to wrestle over the cereal."
Yeah, he did say that.
And he was like, "Yeah." Then he got stopped himself. He was like, "Yeah, we be in our boxers," and then he was like, "No, pause, wait a minute." And then Kevin Hart was like, "Wait a minute, we not just gonna glaze over that. You said you was doing what with some cereal?" So it was like Kevin Hart was trying to be serious, but yet bring some funniness to it, some humor to it. And it was kind of like, hey man, what do you have going on, man? Like this is superseding
allegations about Justin Bieber, how he was treated.
Oh yeah.
If their only saving grace, in my opinion, of all this, do they got that Elliot Ness, man or woman, that's in charge of this, who got that Sean Connery from Touch, like, how far you want to take this thing? And we taking this to the damn wheels fall off. We getting every fucking body. Let's get it. They allegate with Usher. You was abused and you passed people on to be abused. None of y'all are safe. Jay, a lot of these people are safe. Hopefully there's nothing of proof of you doing this stuff. There's an allegation thrown out there. Abusers, people abuse, just be a part of the abuse. That's clinical that you have heard. But
hey, You got to remove yourself from any room, place, event that got some things going on that's next level.
Now Doug asks, I think he'll make it to trial.
Oh yeah.
The only way, and this ain't wishing or nothing like that. Allegedly, we gotta look at all the factors. If all industries and heavyweights were at these parties and the feds got tapes, and they're looking to really put heat on him, we need you to testify. That become a question mark. It ain't hard to pay nobody off to let something happen. I'm sorry to Jeffrey Dahmer when he got thrown in jail finally. How did these people get to this dude the way they got to him?
Yeah,
come on. Come on now. Somebody gotta let a door open or something like, oh well, I ain't see it. Allegedly. So if really gonna start naming names and talking like Nino Brown is bigger than me, there's a lot of powerful people that don't want to be known for what they get down with.
Like I said, these folks ain't stepping down for no reason all of a sudden. So my thing,
he was filming all day long.
You step down, like I said, that silence speaks volumes.
I know Kevin Lyles was the first name I saw music-wise that stepped down. Like, I remember hearing his name doing a lot of hit songs over the years.
From 300 label.
Like, what you need to step down for? Yeah, you explain the way you're gonna move into New Guardian. What are you stepping down for?
They got a lot. They got
a lot. They say they have watched the tapes. They've seen people on them, but they're not naming names.
They're not naming the names.
No charge of how far they're really going to go before they say we got over 200 people and we about to serve warrants to everyone.
See, the thing is, once the feds get involved, they already got 70 to 75% of the facts that they need to know to get the people that they got on that list. So that's what people fail to realize. They're not sending your local sheriff to come over here and come and get you. The feds come, they got all the facts they need to know what that man did, what that woman did, and they bring you in there. The fact that they turned down his bail request.
Well, he's a murderess. I mean, that just, to me, that's basic law. When I wanted to be a lawyer, this dude worth over $500 million. There's some countries that won't let the U.S. come grab you. Come on now. There's way, if we got drugs coming to our country every damn day, there's a way to get out of this country without going through the line at the TSA and all that. Let's keep it real. There's a way to it.
Well, they say his lawyers is pushing that he went back to New York to show, hey, I'm not running. I'm basically being compliant, whatever the case may be.
Trying to gain some favor with the court.
Yeah, I guess he's trying to show, hey, you know what I'm saying, what I'm gonna run for when they say he plans to plead not guilty.
Well, ain't lawyer gonna tell you that, and until they show you the evidence that date, time, verification as you, for the jury to see, like, yeah, that's a no verdict. That's guilty for me. What time lunch? Yeah, they have people gauging the crowd, and we seen movie TV shows. Stuff ain't fake. Like, dude, after that person said that, look at they look. Like they didn't made an opinion on how they gonna vote. So y'all need to come here and try to switch it up like this. So if they got that type of proof, like you said, they ain't going to be denying you bail unless they got something. Like Bill Duke said, "Men's Society." You know you fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Well, we got
classic scene of that movie too, because he
they
came.
asked him, and he said just as cool and calm. You know you fucked up, right? Like, then he started speaking on what he had, and you see that dude whole bossed up demeanor turn to, dang God.
Yeah, he told him that was a classic scene because as times changed. You said you was there what time? Oh yeah, you did. So he like, we got you. Hey, all I'm saying to you is you in a situation like this, man, they getting all these other things that they finding, and you got to think we're not even at the end of the month yet. It's more to come out before we get to the end of the month.
I didn't even think about politicians until I heard about that earlier today on YouTube. Like, Puff, a lot of people. I mean, he did Iraq the voter die back in 2004.
Mm-hmm.
He had to meet political people back then. He tried to do movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
It's like, it ain't too far to believe. Yeah. He got the key to the city. And his hands can be everywhere. All industries. The bad boy was music, TV, film. He was in fashion. He had his own drink, clothing line. He was into a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And even though it was him, he did show people if you grind, you thought if you put the work in, it eventually pay off. You ain't never thought about taking shortcuts. You just saw this dude been grinding since he was working at Uptown Records, and he got to this point. So a lot of people, to be fair on this show, saw that, and whatever gifts they got, they fought to put him in the world, because if he did that, I know I could do my thing. And they went out there and bust their butt. And the world got this and that. I know when I was at the studio earlier, I was telling my producer, DJ Jazzy Jeff had something on Instagram where he was saying, as a creative, you should not die not getting everything out of you that you're supposed to share with the world. Whether you make money off some of it, you give it away, but whatever creatively, not just put, but whatever creative thing God put in you, how many talents it is, you're supposed to get all that shit out. So when it's your time, I took it as you shouldn't have to talk to big man like, yeah, you on empty. I gave you 8 talents, 4 of them were dormant because you had to do this move and that move, and I was going to wake you up for, and you threw all that out there just like I wanted, because it made this person figure out how to cure that, this person do that, but I needed you to get it all out there. I don't care if you made money or not, because I needed money. I know. I covered you, but some of it just put out there. I'm like, that needed mindset of all creators. You gotta get that stuff out there. And he did inspire people to get out there and grind. So even though he made bad choices, people from afar watching him hustle just looked at the hustle part, and whatever the talents they had, they did put in the world because they saw he kept grinding. Now I could do it. You get that, man. Puff ain't nobody. I can do whatever you do. You got cats like that.
100%.
Motivate them, wherever they should be doing, they're doing. All these great talents that are flawed human beings. That's the sad side of life. All the talent you've been given, and you let the devil use you too much.
Yeah, man. It's like you say, when you really look at the grand scheme of it and look at it from the top down, it just really makes you look at it and say, man, you started out working for one label, fired from that label because you think you in charge. You go and start your own label, and had one of the arguably the greatest of all time in Biggie, and had some great R&B artists that you work with over the years, and you just fast forward to where we are today, and you see this downfall. It's kind of like, man,
Mm-hmm. I mean, without Puff, we wouldn't have Jodeci.
Yeah.
Because Jodeci and Mary J both appeared on Father MC songs. You like one of their first actual Uptown records. But he gave Jodeci the look. That you look, everybody has copied that leather and boots look from Jodeci.
Yeah, he definitely had his imprint and footprint on the industry in those 90s, on the R&B side, the hip hop side. But it's just like, when you don't know somebody personally, you don't know what that person is doing behind those closed doors. And so
that's a tragedy, because all this talent.
Way too talented to get yourself in that position. I mean, anytime you able to sell Ciroc, when they started coming out with all those flavors, you're part of an investment team. Mm-hmm. You started your Sean John clothing line. You started the Revolt music, network and everything. Yep. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, you was evolving on the business side of things. You could have did away with all of this. Like, I just don't understand why take it to that extreme, to where you're taking away people's natural yes and no. You're taking away people's fun, if you will, when they go to a thing and you operate like that. It's kind of like, over the years, you may have heard somebody say this. I've heard some young ladies say, sometimes our no mean yes. And I'm like, nah, I'm good on that.
I've heard that before, like, nope.
Yeah, I'm good on that. Like, if you tell me no, you tell me no, it could be my house or your house. It could be my apartment, your apartment. Once you say no, I'm out of there, because I don't want to play those kind of games. My thing is, the last thing I want you to say is, oh, he did this to me. No, that wasn't how that went. that wasn't how that went. Like this, there was nothing that was not a consensual situation.
I had two rules. One, we ain't no drinking, drugs. You gave me a sober yes. You might rethink it. Well, I didn't really want to, but I felt compelled. That sound like rape. Nope. You went to sleep with a clear mind. I ain't give you nothing. If I hear no, all right, it's been a good night, time to go. You ain't gotta go no, the way I was taught. Shut it down, go home. There's nothing else to talk about. 10 to 20. And I love women too much. Ain't nothing in the prison. So you said no, it's 11 o'clock. I go see the homie up and go chop it up with them. I can't believe you left like that, because I ain't going to jail for you. I love me more. I know you, but I don't know you.
You got, like, say, you got to look out for yourself, man. You always got to have your radar, your spider senses on when you out and about. It's kind of like when you go to a restaurant or a bar. If you're going to get a young lady a drink in today's time, you better make sure not only does she see that bartender making a drink and it goes to that person. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't want
something in there.
Yeah, you don't want somebody
get blamed. Yeah.
You don't want none of that type of stuff. So you got to cover yourself at all times, man. When it comes to those things. Like I gave y'all my secret last time about the pitcher of water. Send that so you can see what that person's personality is. And if she's on the other side of the bar, either she's going to tell you to come over or she's going to come over to you. But You don't need to be in a situation where you make a person feel like, hey, they put something in my drink. I seen a video online about 2 months ago, and I want to say it was in Arizona. The young lady was at the bar. The gentleman put something in her drink, so when she went back to reach for the drink, she started drinking, and instantly, about 2 minutes later, she started feeling faint. So she naturally like, let me go ahead and leave so I can go to get to my car. So the guy started coming up to her, hey, you need some help, blah, blah, blah. But he was the one that did it. And it was three young ladies outside the bar. When they seen her kind of like resistant and hesitant to get in the car with the guy, they was like, hey, leave her alone. So they came running over there, and Buddy pulled off or whatever. But you got to watch out for the creeps that's out here today. You got to be careful.
Absolutely.
You know, who you taking drinks from and receiving drinks from. If you don't see that bartender making that drink, you know.
And don't leave your drinks.
Don't leave your drinks.
Every time we used to be out at clubs, we'd tell females, hey, don't y'all do that. What are you talking about? Either one of y'all need to watch y'all drinks and y'all go to the bathroom, or y'all throw that shit away. Someone could have spiked y'all drinks.
Yep. Like, we looked out for y'all, but
a lot of dudes out here, there's some dirt bags out here.
100%.
I remember a birthday party I had back then. I heard some stuff that made me want to give some people some flowers the wrong way. Like that, I'd be liable for that. You guys know to be thinking that's the move. Leaving my house, you don't need to be here because I'm going to take all the blame.
Right.
Nah, bro. No means no. And trust me, it's 8 billion people. Half of them got to be women. Someone going to say yes. You ain't got to take nothing. You ain't got to spray nobody drink. You ain't got to do nothing. Someone say yes. Willfully. Because unless you want to go somewhere with a lot of men at, hey, whatever's your flavor, whatever's your truth. I love women too much. Ain't not a damn one except the guards at a damn prison. You ain't got nothing I want, homeschooling. Nothing I want. I want no guard talking sassy to me. They want to be tough guy, and I can't really do nothing. Nah, dude. No. I can come and go as I please. I ain't got to worry. Catch you try to recruit back at Cooley. While you chasing all that stress, I can talk to any pretty girl in the class, do my homework. I ain't got to worry about nothing. That's a way more carefree life than all that street stuff you doing.
Hey,
ain't working.
Like you say, hey, you love your freedom, man. It's
a beautiful thing.
It's crazy, man, that we have to have these kind of conversations.
Old school still work. Be a decent person.
Especially when you get that level of what we would say success, that level of money. It's so much that you can do in that position, from hiring people, providing, different jobs and different things like that, man. It's one of those things where that's why I say we have to have those accountability partners, man, those confidants.
Yeah.
Because
and people that give you knowledge. Because I know when I was in Mike Illich for business, one of the advisors for, I forgot which program, they switched so many up. But she was asking me what I'm working on, like I'm going to school, want to have my own record come, this and that. And she like, okay, custodial is what you're doing to get there. But you're really a CEO. You need to carry yourself like that. And that game just changed my whole perspective. Like, I never looked at myself as a CEO in the making. Or I'm a brand. I never heard the word brand until I got in marketing class. What the hell is you talking about brand? So people watching you, what do they see? Then I started looking at my social media. When there was a thing years ago where companies wanted your username, password to look to your stuff, see type of person you were, like, that's an interview. You can't get that. That's personal. But all those things at the time, like, So would people be ashamed if they go to your social media? I've thought about that, but if you're going to be a brand and you want to make some real money at some point, you should be an open book that can't say shit.
Mm-hmm.
Check all my pages. You ain't gonna say, "Oh my God, you no, it's vanilla. I'm just trying to make some money. Let somebody else figure something out. Keep moving. Anything strange, that's for behind closed doors. That's for grown folk time.
100%.
This ain't grown folk time on social media. Everything don't need to be out there public consumption.
100%.
What you forget that,
man? What's your closing remarks for the folks?
I mean, Diddy and anyone else down the pipeline that's doing something they shouldn't have come out. God gave us one or multiple talents, and the purpose of those talents is to spark the mind of other creatives, in my opinion. Share your talent with the world and make a decent life for you and your family. It ain't for you to turn tyrant in any industry you in or become a gatekeeper. Because God will eventually cut that light on that is always on. But you over here with, the cartoon had a little devil horn. I'm gonna, and you gonna realize, like that big cameraman had a big light. God gonna like, well, I tried to warn them, but they ain't listening. Oh well. And that light just resonated like, oh Lord. Oh wow. Sister Odell, you over there? Wow, okay. And the whole world find out what's really going on. You're like, don't clutch your pearls now, dog. I done told you to your homeboy, your mama, so-and-so to stop. You didn't listen, so it's time for the light to shine. Don't clutch your pearls now. Stand 10 toes down on it. Do the consequences.
Hey, that's good, man. I'll piggyback off of what you just said. Big Mama used to say, what's done in the dark will come to the light.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I can say is that although you may fool us because we're just the regular common people every day working and things like that, you're definitely not fooling the victims, the people who are in those situations. That's the thing that's really sad, is because as bad as what we seen on camera with Casey's situation, there's other individuals that's probably has the same story, if not worse, from this individual. And that's the part that may come out on these tapes that's out there, those different things. And you get a chance to say, wow, all this time I'm dancing to this music, listening to this music, this individual was doing certain things. And you really get a chance to see the monster behind the mask. And so I would just say, like I said earlier, we have to live our life right now where as if we got cameras on us at all times. You got to basically, K-Dot said it best, Kendrick Lamar, be humble. The word says pride cometh before the fall. If you don't watch it, your pride or ego, whichever terminology you want to use, can get the best of you, and you'll think you're on top of the world and you can do what you want. That's not the way God designed this thing, whether you like it or not. You know how in school, one of the first things you get when you in first grade, kindergarten, they give you that little ruler, a foot long, 12 inches. Life is like that. Everything we do in life is going to be measured. You're going to be measured in this life. You're good, you're bad, you're ugly, or indifferent. So when you get to a level of stardom, a level of fame, just make sure you keep the real ones, the day ones around, because if you cut those people off, the people who not always gonna say yes to what you're doing because of your money. You need somebody who's always going to tell you what's right and what's wrong. Like, hey, man, that's wrong. That party you doing, man, you need to shut those things down right now. Because what you're going to find yourself in is X, Y, Z. Once you start cutting off those type of friends, that's where the pride and the ego is leading you. You know, there was a song that we grew up on probably around 5th grade. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction.
Classic hip hop.
Classic. What I'm saying to you all out there, don't self-destruct based on your appetite for foolishness, because that's really what it boils down to. You know, your appetite for foolishness, you know, of being around, you know, these wild and vile parties can end your demise. And, you know, if he is found guilty, just look at all of the people who are involved that'll be affected by this. His children, his mother, all of the individuals that love him will be affected by all of these decisions over the years. And so that's how you got to look at it, man. You gotta always be humble.
And like someone raised you. Even if you're 55, act like you still got folks at home. Because when you start doing monstrous things, they look at them like, you raised a demon. I didn't teach you that. Yes, you did. Your household ain't no in hell that dude just wind up out the blue on some wild ziggity boom. Y'all did something that your husband slapped you, you slapped him. Something ungodly happened that he saw and attached to that boy. You ain't gonna tell me no different. Like, and y'all did have a godly household. They just chose to listen to the devil. But also we're like, nope, there's no way this dude is this off the hook if he see something in that house. Y'all lying. And that's unfortunate. They did their job and they being accused because of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And they taught you better. This ain't today's world. This when you have folks at home.
Mm-hmm.
They really did teach you to do the right thing. I ain't your friend. I'm your parent. But that's where you acting. What did he grow up saying? Because ain't no way in the world he saw some goodness and turned to Darth Vader like that. Darth Vader was just a character, but even Darth Vader, I mean, he killed babies in the Jedi hookup. Dude, you just L character in that Into Deep ain't got nothing on you, man. You was really gone. Like you got a high off of it. Mm-hmm. All these people's lives you destroyed. The hell? And everybody want to point that finger. There's no way you just, I'm going to be a monster. Nope. You saw something. Like, nah, just, all the money and power, I'm bored. Let me try that. Let me do this. Let me do that. Ooh, I can do that. Well, you rich. Who's going to touch you? Yeah, let's do it. And your people paying for your crimes.
100%.
And they taught you right. And they're guilty just by, nope, it's something he saw from y'all to act like this. You ain't gonna make me believe on his own he did that. And that's sometimes what it is. But you're persecuted for their crimes. That's jacked up. Well, hope y'all enjoyed this episode. A lot of great content. Now, if you go to my middle ground, not middle ground, Instagram page, Middle Ground with Channel Lee. I posted snippets of my latest music I worked on this morning. I'm on a musical hype, man. I ain't never created 3 straight bangers in one day. That was man, like being in the candy store.
Grind mode.
I ain't even ready for this double album, man. I'm gonna do some Tai Chi to calm down.
Hey, go ahead and do it, man. Keep grinding, bro. Got
to, because they're gonna say, well, Jelly brand is global with how many billions? Like, yeah. And I'm telling everybody right now, I'm an asshole. For like 2 seconds. Work with me. I'm gonna build something at Wayne State in my name. But for 2 seconds, I just want to know what that type of money feel like. I'm going to ask for a pecan pie from Georgia. You got 2 minutes. Figure that shit out. I just want to see people doing this. Is he really serious? Calm down, folks. I know I made it. I got real money to make y'all sit there. How the hell in 2 minutes? I'm just joking. Here's 2 checks. Take 2 checks. That's just my own little personal. You've arrived. And they really sitting here trying to figure out how the hell we gonna get that here. The Uber, do they got the drone? I just want to see that.
Hey, so you got to do it just because.
Yep, just because. Like, and I'm telling you, that's my own personal. You got Scrooge product money that they sitting here trying to figure this shit out. You made it, boy. I hope that made you laugh. We've been talking about some real serious stuff today. And more is going to come because 24 ain't done. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe. Hydrate.
Hydrate.
Tell you about the show.
Have a good night. What?